Is this the way they end for me here in this place? A mental hospital, they call it. That's a fancy name, that is, but I know a better. The Bug House. A place where they'll lock you up and then throw away the key. And now they've got me, too. These grounds, these buildings, they're all so dark. Everything's dark, even the sky. I'll never get out. I'll never get out. Oh God, what will happen to me now?
To achieve this, Nellie Bly had to perfect the role of an insane girl, a name widely attributed to her after her writings were published. She used a mirror to perfect her deranged look, with staring, unblinking eyes, disconnected expressions, and an airless personality. She then made her way to a woman's temporary home. Her plan of action was to look for work there, and after some time, pretend to go insane. After pretending to hear voices at night, assuming a nature of forgetfulness and delusion and more, Nellie Bly was taken to see a doctor, and soon condemned to the insane asylum. Asylum, noun, synonyms, refuge, sanctuary, haven, or shelter. Reality was the opposite. Patients often had to wait up to a half hour in the cold waiting for dinner, consisting of measly portions and tasteless substances. Many were not able to eat due to disgust, and as their health deteriorated further, they were threatened with punishment if they refused to eat. Bly describes eating to be one of the most horrible things. But what could be done? A newfound friend of Nellie's, Tilly Mayer, told her, "You must force the food down else you will be sick, and who knows but what with these surroundings, you may go crazy." While the patients struggled with a mundane diet, they caught glimpses of the food the staff were granted. Bly said the hungry feeling would be increased tenfold. However, through it all, the hunger and the fatigue, she attempted to maintain her humanity, even offering up her meals and clothing to other patients in need. Patients sat on hard benches. Some were tied together with constraints. Bath water was horribly frigid and used as punishment. The water was ice cold and I began to protest. How useless it all was! My teeth chattered and my limbs were goose-fleshed and blue with cold. Suddenly I got, one after the other, 3 buckets of water over my head. Ice-cold water too, in my eyes, my ears, my nose, and my mouth. I think I experienced some of the sensations of a drowning person as they dragged me, gasping, shivering, and quaking from the tub. For once, I did look insane. Likewise, if they weren't broken down by the conditions, there were the tyrannical nurses, who tortured and shouted at the helpless victims. Ex-convicts from the prison were also hired as staff, which added to the harshness and tension of the situation. In a conversation asking for pen and paper, Miss Group snapped at Bly, saying, "You are in a public institution now, and you can't expect to get anything." "But the city pays to keep these places up," Bly urged, "and pays people to be kind to the unfortunates brought here." "Well, you don't need to expect any kindness here, for you won't get it," Group said. When a patient collapsed out of bad health, the nurses said, "Let her fall to the floor as it will teach her a lesson." They even laughed at blind patients while they walked around aimlessly in oblivion, and in an extreme case, choked a patient after she had refused to stop crying. Bly states that after several hours' absence, she plainly saw the marks of their fingers on her throat for the entire day.